The Faroe Islands, a tiny group of islands sitting in the North Atlantic between Iceland and Norway. For the next few days, we're exploring one of the most remote places I've ever traveled to. We've got massive sea cliffs, tiny villages, tunnels beneath the ocean, puffins, waterfalls, and some absolutely insane scenery ahead of us. And honestly, before coming here, I barely knew anything about this place. So let's see what the Faroe Islands are actually like. We landed in the Faroe Islands and pretty much went straight from the airport into exploring. Even the drive here gives you a good idea of what these islands are all about. Mountains, tiny villages, and tunnels cutting straight through the landscape. Our first real stop was Kirkjubøur, one of the most historic places in the Faroe Islands. This tiny village was once the religious and cultural center of the islands, and it's home to the ruins of St. Magnus Cathedral, along with one of the oldest continuously inhabited wooden houses in the world.
Okay guys, I'm in the town of Kirkjubøur, Faroe Islands right now. This town has existed for well over 1,000 years and originated when the Vikings came over here originally. For such a small village, guys, this place really played a huge part in Faroese history. It's beautiful to see in person here. Okay guys, let's walk around this little town and see what's still standing after about 1,000 years here. This is one of the most important cities within the Faroe Islands. Behind me, I have St. Magnus Cathedral here beside me. This building is built in about 1300. And to the left of me here, behind me, we have one of the oldest standing wooden homes in the world that's been occupied steadily for over 1,000 years. It's a beautiful little town, guys. Just really brings me back and the Viking days, essentially. I'll show you guys around a little bit here.
After getting our first look at the history of the Faroe Islands, we headed back to Tórshavn, and the timing couldn't have been better. We happened to be here during the Ólavsøka, the Faroe Islands National Festival, and one of the biggest celebrations of the year. The quiet villages and empty roads we'd been driving through suddenly gave way to packed streets, traditional Faroese clothing, live music, and people everywhere. We really didn't know what to expect going into it, but this ended up being a completely different side of the Faroe Islands than what we'd seen so far.
Alright guys, we're here at the Ólavsøka festival. This is like the New Year's Eve for the Faroese people. They introduced the new parliament for the year at midnight tonight. So it's about 9 o'clock and the streets are pretty wild already. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get in tonight, guys.
One thing that really stood out was just how small Tórshavn feels. This is the capital of the Faroe Islands, but with only around 20,000 people living here, it feels more like a small town. Normally the streets are pretty quiet, but tonight was completely different. As it got later, more people started pouring into the city, and the atmosphere quickly began to change.
Okay guys, we're downtown Tórshavn in the Faroe Islands. They're having a Ólavsøka festival. This is essentially like their New Year's party. It is busy as hell down here. Street vendors, beers everywhere. Everyone's dressed up in old attire. The band's going. A lot of blonde hair, blue eyes down here. So there's people literally everywhere here. I think looked like they were out in the Parliament building singing all these songs and whatnot earlier. It's pretty funny here. Reminds me of Germans a little bit. Yeah, so they're handing out all these like little song books and everything, and the whole town is just singing along together here. Just show you guys here. More guys, I'm at Strendon, Faroe Islands this morning. We were just at a big festival here that we kind of stumbled upon last night, but apparently it's about the equivalent to the New Year's festival, or New Year's Eve in North America. It's a pretty big deal. Changing of Parliament, a bunch of songs, and just everyone's out drinking and smoking. It was a pretty good night. This morning we're going to hit up this whaling station on the way to our boat tour that we have this afternoon. So we're going to go check out the puffins and a couple of these waterfalls that go from these lakes off these huge cliffs right to the ocean. So it's pretty picturesque, guys. So stay tuned. We'll show you guys around a little bit, the old Faroe Islands. I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace. Yeah, those are the little trailers that we're staying in. Pretty nice little spots. It's probably about 3:30 at night. Super nice inside. 3 bedrooms in it, full kitchen, bathroom, shower, laundry, everything. It's about 20 minutes outside of Tórshavn. So, bit of a drive through these underground tunnels that they have here, guys, that go underneath the ocean. They're really cool, actually. It's a major project taken on by the Faroese government here that's been heavily disputed over the years, but overall they're made to try and eventually bring in some tourism here over the years. So I'll show you guys a little bit of the view here.
We made a quick stop here at an old whaling station, a place that gives you a look at a very different side of Faroese history. Whaling was once a major industry on these islands, and a surprising amount of the original station is still here today. Walking through it, you can really get a sense of how this entire operation once worked.
Alright guys, we just got to one of Faroe Islands' famous historic whaling stations here. Love it or hate it, this has been part of the Faroese people's lives for a very long time. They take these whales, the pilot whales, and they actually run them ashore onto the beach, and they actually just, we'll call it harvest them on the beach there. They take the meat and they distribute it to everyone out throughout the Faroese Islands. They don't sell it or anything. It goes to the jail systems, the old folks' homes, the schools, and everything. It's definitely a way of life for the people here in the Faroe Islands. This place is obviously closed down right now, but it's pretty cool to get some insight into the history of how the Faroese people lived their lives back in the day. So we got this big winch here, guys. This was obviously used to pull the whales right up from the ocean to here. It's a pretty cool spot here. There's a bunch of old tanks and piping systems and pumps.
Whatever your opinion on whaling today, seeing a place like this gives you some perspective on just how different life was on these remote islands. For generations, the ocean wasn't just something surrounding the Faroes, it was a major part of how people survived. And places like this are still here to tell that part of the island story.
Alright, we're just down at the marina. We're gonna go see if we can find us some puffins. A couple cool waterfalls that come off these lakes into the ocean too, so let's see if we can get her.
Inflate automatically, yeah? If it doesn't, it have a red dot here, but don't pull it, it will. So for safety, we like to sit down, have a sail. If there's a problem, just raise your hand, then we will lower speed, yeah? On our ship here at the fjord, so make a few stops, you can take some photos. During the summer, it's like 9-10 degrees, so it's perfect for bathing. Like 45 Fahrenheit. And you have a shower as well. So. But this is also interesting because this rock formation on the left side, this is the oldest part of the Faroe Island. 60 million years ago, there was a big eruption here. And actually, the Faroe Island and the Greenland was like one big plateau 60 million years ago. But then during millions of years, it split apart. 20 million years later, Iceland came out. So Faroe Islands and Greenland are similar in age, about 60 million years. And Iceland is 20 million years younger. And this is the lowest level, the oldest part of the Faroe Islands. This is the middle layer, and we have a top layer. So 3 different time periods that lasted 5 million years. So the youngest part of the Faroe Islands is 5 million years younger than this oldest part. And this oldest part is unvisible of this island. You can tell the difference. It looks like broken glass, like this glass.
Yeah. It's summertime now.
Summertime?
Yeah.
So this waterfall is called Ólavsøka, and this is the most famous waterfall we have. That means after 2012 it became real famous because the tunnel to this village opened in 2012.
Okay.
Before that you couldn't drive buses down.
Really?
Only the local went there before that, so for them that was not so special. But now all the tourists are standing up on this viewpoint, taking a picture. Now it's famous worldwide. 30 meters from the top, and Mule, the name of the waterfall, means the mouth of a cow. So symbolizes the water. If you go to a bar or restaurant, you can buy a beer made of this local water.
Really?
And it's called Ólavsøka. Same as the waterfall. Red ale, very good one. This village was, there were like 15 people living in this village before the tunnel opened. But now it exploded, so now there are 70. 2 more. Now we're going across the fjord to the 5 Peak Island. That's where the puffin lives. So July, beginning of August, when the small puffin is full born and leave the nest, the whole population of puffin will leave the Faroe Islands. So it lives out in the open ocean. They will stay there until April next year, when they will come back.
Huh.
That boat ride ended up being one of the highlights of the trip. Seeing these cliffs and sea stacks from the water gives you a completely different perspective on just how wild the coastline of the Faroe Islands really is. But we weren't done yet with Vágar. Yet. From here we headed inland for one of the most famous views in the Faroes, Sørvágsvatn. From the right angle, this lake looks like it's sitting hundreds of feet above the ocean. It's one of those places I'd seen in photos before coming here. And now we were going to see if it actually looked that crazy in real life.
Okay guys, so this is a lake right here. That small black strip there. That's where the waterfall goes over. So that waterfall dumps out into the Atlantic Ocean actually. It's pretty impressive. Typically you can get boat tours I can show you down from the ocean, but they're all booked up. So if you do decide to come, make sure book your tickets ahead here guys. We're doing a hike in right now. We figured it's probably about 2-3 hours round trip to get to the actual cliff face where you got the viewpoint where it goes down into the water, into the ocean here. So I'll check in with you guys once we get down there. Peace. Alright guys, we're about 25 minutes in here. So it does cost money to get in here. There's about 200 doner, which is the Danish currency here that they use in the Faroe Islands, which equals out to roughly about $50 Canadian. So just make sure you guys bring some cash or cards with you. Okay guys, so we got the lake here and the ocean there. From way over there, it looks like a little bit of an optical illusion, like it's all just one. So behind me guys, we got a lake to the left of us here and the ocean to the right of us here. There's this little waterfall right there. It's a pretty picturesque scene here.
That was a pretty incredible way to finish our first full day in the Faroe Islands. From here, it was time to get some rest because tomorrow morning we were heading north and catching the ferry over to Kalsoy.
Alright guys, we're just waiting for our ferry to head to Kalsoy. That's right behind us there. So it's about a 10-minute ferry ride over, guys. So we'll see you on the ferry or over on the island. Okay guys, we're just on the ferry ride over to Kalsoy here right now. This place is worth the admission, just the ferry ride over. It's magical here actually. You can see these ancient cliffs just eroded away by the glaciers over the years. And there's sheep running across them right now with this vibrant green. It just feels magical here right now. Honestly feels like you're on a different planet. Let's take another look here, guys. Okay guys, we made it to the island of Kalsoy. We're doing the Kallur Lighthouse hike right now. It's got these amazing cliffs that just drop down right into the northern Atlantic here, guys. And a little fun fact, actually, there was a James Bond movie filmed here. And there's a little plaque up at the top, so I'll get some footage up there. I'll get some footage of the plaque once we get up there, guys. Peace. Okay guys, just at the base of that cliff behind me, we got a plaque that marks the filming of James Bond movie, No Time to Die. They picked one hell of a filming location here in the Faroe Islands in Kalsoy. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot, so. Whew. Okay, we have sheep poop on our hat now, but we're all good. Okay guys, behind me I got the Kallur Lighthouse here. We're at the top of this hike. It took about an hour to get up here. This big cliff behind me here, there's a filming location of a James Bond movie, No Time to Die. I can see why they picked this spot, guys. It's breathtaking up here actually. I'll give you a few shots here. Holy shit, guys. Woo! Look where I'm going. If I fall, not good. It is windy as hell up here, guys. Let's take a look. You weren't lying about the wind up here, guys. Holy crap, it's almost enough to blow you right over. Okay, we're almost there. All right, we made it to the top. Woo! All right, guys, we fucking freaking made it to the top here. We'll see if we survive back down. Holy fuck. Jesus. All right, let's get one last shot of everything up here for you. All right, we're gonna start making our way down here, guys.
After making it up to Kallur Lighthouse, we started heading back down towards Trollens. We took a little time to walk around the village before jumping back in the car and making our way over to Mikkeladar. The main thing we wanted to see here was the seal woman statue sitting right down on the edge of the water. There's an old Faroese legend behind it about a seal woman who had her skin taken by a local man, which meant she couldn't return to the ocean. She eventually found it again, escaped back to the sea, and the story goes that she put a curse on the people of Kalsoy. Pretty wild story and definitely a cool spot to see with the statue sitting right against the ocean like this. From there, we made our way back across the island, lined up for the ferry and headed back over to the main islands. And that pretty much wrapped up our time at Kalsoy.
Alright guys, we're just heading back on the boat from Kalsoy. It's actually raining, pissing pretty hard here right now, but we got lucky earlier with the weather. Like, the weather changes constantly here in the Faroe Islands for sure. 1 minute sunshine, next minute fog, rain, but I've had worse, but still manageable. Don't make you not come to the Faroe Islands, because it is something you can deal with. But I'll check in with you guys when we get back to our camp there tonight. Peace. Okay, good morning guys. It's our last day in Faroe Islands. I'm going to take you a little tour on where we stayed here. But $350 gets you in the Faroe Islands, right beside a fish plant. Got the double bed here with the bunk, TV, fridge, full bathroom, shower, sink. Got the full kitchen, dishwasher, laundry, fridge, oven. Full kitchen here, guys. Yeah, it's a perfect little spot. 3-bedroom, $350 a night. You can't go wrong, guys. So come check it out. Peace. Okay guys, those two sea stacks behind me, it's the Giant and the Witch, they're called. Faroese legend says that they were sent here from Iceland to steal the Faroe Islands, but they didn't make it in time. The sunrise hit them and apparently they turned to stone. So it's just a little Faroese legend there for you, but let's take another look here, guys. Okay guys, this might look like an ordinary tunnel here, but I'm actually underneath the ocean, Atlantic Ocean right now. The Faroese government built tons of these tunnels connecting all of the different islands here in the Faroe Islands. They spent millions of dollars building these things, just trying to open up tourism here within the country. There's hundreds of kilometers of these tunnels here. It's actually very impressive. It can even stay as warm as 15 degrees down here, even when it's about 5 degrees up above. It's pretty impressive engineering feat here, guys. But here, let's take a couple more shots. I'll show you guys around a little bit. So before these tunnels were built, the Faroese people relied strictly on ferries to get them from island to island. These tunnels have helped connect the Faroese people where they had to rely on just ferries and their own personal boats before, or take very long drives and cross the very minimal bridges that they had here in the Faroe Islands. Yeah, it seems like these tunnels are working and it is bringing a lot more tourists here. So it's a pretty amazing feat, guys. So I'll show you guys a couple more shots along the way. Peace. Alright guys, it's our last day in Faroe Islands here. We're trying to get a couple of shots, but the rain's not really helping us right now at the moment, but we're at Gorge. It's this really cool gorge here. Let's take a look. So they got this little cart and these trucks that come down here. Right to this little dock. Must be bringing up their boats or fish or something here.
And that was pretty much the end of our time in the Faroe Islands. 3 nights here went by way too fast. For such a small place, we packed a lot into it. Tiny villages, massive cliffs, ferries between islands, some incredible hikes, and probably some of the best drone footage I've ever been able to get. The Faroe Islands were one of those places I didn't really know what to expect going in, but they ended up being one of the highlights of the trip. From here, we made our way back through the mountains and towards the airport. Next stop, Iceland.